Listen up, my friends, especially those of you who think your disability defines you, who think it holds you back, who think that because of a physical limitation, your dreams are impossible. I'm here to tell you this. Your disability is not a curse. It's not a limit. It's your power. And if you think people who failed because of their disabilities, then you are wrong. Totally wrong. Open your eyes and realize the truth that has been staring us all in the face for centuries. Let's be clear. History is full of men and women, just like you, who were born with disabilities, who faced obstacles you can only imagine. And guess what? They didn't just survive, they thrived. They didn't use their disabilities as an excuse to quit, to feel sorry for themselves. No, they used it as fuel to ignite their passion, fuel to break through barriers, fuel to show the world that disability doesn't define greatness. Look at Stephen Hawking, one of the greatest minds the world has ever known. He was diagnosed with ALS, a disease that left him paralyzed and unable to speak. But did he stop? Did he throw in the towel and accept defeat? No. He kept pushing, defying the odds. He changed the way we understand the universe. He made the impossible possible. And then there's Helen Keller, a woman who was both deaf and blind, yet she became an icon for strength and resilience. Did she sit back and feel sorry for herself? Did she accept that she would never amount to anything because of her disabilities? No. She became a renowned author, speaker, and advocate for people with disabilities. She showed us all that the world is not a place for weakness. It's a place for warriors who fight back. Let me tell you about Nick Vujicic, a man born without arms and legs, and yet he travels the world, motivating millions. He's not just a survivor, he's a conqueror. He proves to us that having a disability doesn't stop you from living your life to the fullest. He proves that your dreams are still within your reach, if you're willing to fight for them. And don't forget about Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who was paralyzed from the waist down due to polio. This man didn't just sit in a wheelchair and feel sorry for himself. He led a nation through its darkest hours during the Great Depression and World War II. Roosevelt's disability didn't stop him from becoming one of the most impactful presidents in American history. Dante Alighieri, the famous poet who created the masterpiece, The Divine Comedy, was exiled from his hometown, yet he didn't let his circumstances define him. He was a man who lived with many challenges, but he turned those challenges into a legacy. He wrote about the human soul, about its resilience and its ability to rise above any barrier, even if that barrier is your own body. Let's talk about Louis Braille, who lost his eyesight at a young age, but created the Braille system, which revolutionized reading and writing for the blind. Instead of accepting his fate, Louis created a new way of thinking. He showed the world that blindness didn't take away his ability to contribute. Jim Abbott, a Major League Baseball pitcher, who was born without a right hand, proved that there's nothing stopping you from achieving greatness, not even something as limiting as a missing hand. He pitched a no-hitter game in 1993. If that doesn't scream, defy the odds, I don't know what does. Look at Oscar Pistorius, the Paralympic athlete who was born with no lower legs, yet he became the first double amputee to run in the Olympic Games. You want to tell me that a disability is an excuse? He proved the world wrong. He was a symbol of determination and perseverance. Teresa Saldana, an actress who was attacked and nearly killed, spent years recovering from physical and emotional trauma. Yet she did not quit. She became an advocate for survivors of violent crime. She showed us that even when life tries to break you, you can rise up stronger than ever. And we can't forget John Nash, the brilliant mathematician who battled schizophrenia while making groundbreaking contributions to economics. His mental health didn't stop him from winning the Nobel Prize in economics. If he can overcome his struggles, what's stopping you from pushing through yours? So, I'll say this again, loud and clear. Your disability is not an excuse. I again say your disability is not an excuse. If these legends, these warriors, could defy the odds, then what is your excuse? If you're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, thinking you can't do it because of your disability, I'm here to tell you, you're wrong. You are stronger than you think. Your disability is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of a new path. These people didn't just sit and cry about what they didn't have. They didn't feel sorry for themselves. They fought. They struggled. They endured. And they achieved greatness that the world will never forget. They didn't let anything, nothing, stand in their way. They didn't let their bodies dictate their future. They decided, with all their heart, that they would succeed no matter what. So, I want you to hear this. If you have a disability, if you are struggling, it doesn't matter. The world is waiting for you to show what you're made of. Do not let a moment of difficulty define your life. Instead, let your actions, your will to fight, your refusal to give up, define who you are. Rise up, young man, rise up. Your time is now. History has shown that greatness does not come from perfection. It comes from struggle. It comes from overcoming. It comes from fighting back. So go out there and show the world just how powerful you are.